Good day, my friends. I'm honored to be in your club. I especially thank Liz Allfolk, my very good Facebook friend. My name is Jorge Arias. I live in Mexico City. I'm married. I have 3 children, 7, 5, and 3 years old. I'm a publisher. I became a Rotarian 2 years ago. Since then, I have co-founded 2 clubs, the Club Rotario Valle de Anáhuac and now the Club Rotario Santa Fe, Mexico. Santa Fe is in an area where there are a lot of companies from different parts of the world, and we hope that some of those businessmen come to our club. We have sent some letters, and well, we are hoping for the best. I'm going to read some of the ideas. I have this radio show. The radio is my hobby, my passion, and well, I have this show. It's called Coexistence Without Violence. In Mexico, we are tired of turning on the news and hearing about this bad news. So in this show, we only focus on the people and on the organizations that helps other people or helps vulnerable groups. So let me begin. I wrote these little ideas so that I put the show in context for you. By nature, human beings are inclined to live interacting with other people. Mankind can achieve a higher level of perfection to the extent that its social coexistence will contribute to the greater dignity of the members of their community and society as whole. Within the common good, justice is a virtue that ensures a good coexistence that inclines us to give every home what corresponds to them. For example, the Association of Alcoholics Anonymous helped many people to overcome a problem that has no cure and that destroys the person and their loved ones. And this way, various charitable associations attend different groups with different problems to the extent that everyone needs it. Well, as you know, the Alcoholics Anonymous in Mexico is a very serious problem, and these organizations are working very well. They are very organized. They have very good entrepreneurs that search for channels to tell the world that they are here and that they are doing something. And they find us and they come to the show with certain frequency, and we receive them and they talk about the methodology, because many people think that if you go to the Alcoholics Anonymous, they are going to be very violent with you, but they don't. They treat people with respect. They have this methodology that have been working for many years, and it's very successful. They talked about this methodology in the radio. Many people call us and ask for this methodology, and ask for the nearest home of Alcoholics Anonymous from their houses, and it has been working, and we are proud to help them. There are also various organizations which seek to support small entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, providing free or low-cost consultations that allow them to create a better environment for the development of the entrepreneurs and their projects. There are a lot of businessmen that want to help these groups that that want to do something about their lives. They don't want to live there and don't do anything. They want to change their reality. They want to change the reality of the area where they live. And they are doing very interesting things. So these people, we interview people that even can, if their businesses are not working, they can suggest businesses for these people. And well, the Mexican economy is growing because of these initiatives from people from the society. Well, the government is helping, but these people, well, they are triggering the chain of success. Each of us have a responsibility with each of the members of the society to which we belong. This need to cooperate with all comes from the duty that we have in the achievement of the common good. Well, that's a reality. My friend and I, have come to these conclusions, and everyone that we see that can do something for the society, we invited to the show. We let them talk about the initiatives that they have, the needs that they have. And many people communicate with them by the phone. In the fight against injustice, we find the dignity of the person with their intrinsic value its value as a rational and unrepeatable being, an entity of great fragility that deserves all the considerations. This invites us to show our solidarity with our fellow citizens, to that we all are truly responsible for all. The key here is the permanent search for the common good that transforms us into a better society, and in its constant development and change of paradigms, it represents new possibilities for improving the lives of those who lose the road and sometimes require a little push to keep on having a worthy quality of life. As you know, in Mexico we have well, the organized crime is working very hard, and some areas are well, defenseless against them. So there are organized groups that well, go to the communities, help them. There is this new project, the solid water, that I'm going to talk to you later on this program. The contents of the common good cannot be set in a whimsical way, since these are established by the real perfection of the people in their variety and richness, which is its goal bound. As we have mentioned before, we must bear in mind that a man is a social being by nature, and only reaches its ideal state within a community and with the help of the common good. Well, we have learned from the people in everywhere that when they are organized, they can reach their goals. If you get organized and go to a well, if you want something, you can do it if you get organized. That's the point. In the radio show, we help these people. We interview them. We look to the politicians. We look for the businessmen that can help them. And well, we have done very interesting things with these ideas and with these initiatives, knocking at the door of these peoples. And well, it has been very good for these young men that started a business or started an initiative for helping other people. Rotarians are a community for this purpose, with the peculiarity that our brotherhood and our quest for justice and the common good go beyond ideologies, creeds, and individualistic philosophies, because the reason of our membership in this organization is born of this imperative to help the society in general, but mainly the weakest and the most vulnerable, finding in its path great friends who with its differences, choose to concentrate on the coincidences in this way. Rotary has been able to generate the solidarity and subsidiarity tools that have allowed them to realize great projects to help the community. This philosophy of solidarity and subsidiarity is the main reason that led me to give a strong emphasis on the radio show that I have the opportunity to produce and submit to the Mexican audience. Mexican society is tired of hearing news about organized crime, insecurity, crime, corruption, and all that sells the red note and the sensationalism. We have realized that people are looking for a proactive note, for human values, searching for people in action, looking to change their negative reality for a more positive one. For example, some of our guests have either defeated a vice or another, generated a new idea that will change a focus on agricultural production methods. This was the case of this solid water project that is working on, and with this kind of cellulose, or well, you put little water in this, and there's an area where they cultivate 600 kilograms of corn. And with this solid water, they have get to cultivate 12 to 15 tons of corn. So the difference is very important here. And well, this was one of those cases. The case of Carmen Larios, the vice president of National Geographic for Latin America, was very, very interesting, because many women called her to tell her how that she did it. And well, Carmen told them that the approach she and her husband had were their sons and family, and she also said that her boss and the company that she works for are family oriented. So well, there are ways to do things. Another guest of us was Mrs. Rosy Orozco. She was a member of the Congress, and she promoted the issue of the defense against anti-human trafficking. In this particular case, Rosy Orozco took to the program a small group of young women who had been victims of this crime and that now are in recovery with a stable job and helping other women who have been victims of these groups. Here I would like to emphasize 2 points. First, we have the case of this congresswoman who confronts a problem, putting her life at risk, which involve organized crime and some corrupt authorities. This is due to the huge amount of economic resources involved in this crime at the local and international levels. However, here we have a courageous woman who, no matter the consequences, takes the bull by the horns, and through intelligent management of the dynamics between the various political groups, she manages to generate consensus for the enactment of the law that, although perfectible, generates the precedent for modification in a next legislative stage. Well, politics is politics, and well, she was getting too much attention from the media because she was doing a good job, and well, the other politicians want to have the same attention, and well, in the next election, she lost the opportunity to be elected for the high camera, and well, that was the story. But she keeps doing a lot of work through her foundation and helping young women to be rescued from this well, organized crime. This is basically the tone of the show. We always invite people who help people, who help make a better society. We need a better society. In Mexico, we are experiencing both ways of the situation. People who wants to do good and people who wants to do bad. So we prefer to be on the good side, and well, we think we are doing something good. That's all of the show. If you have any questions, I'm going to be here. Well, thank you, Liz. Thank you, and well, I'll be waiting for your questions. Bye bye.